Hello everybody, today we are going to do quick test number 2, Upper Intermediate English File, the 4th edition. We have the example here. I've always found the Irish to be very friendly. The rule here is that when you are talking about nationalities, the Italians, the French, the Spanish, the Mexicans, we have to use the definite article there. So you can't say, I always found Irish to be very friendly. You have to put the definite article there. The Irish. The Irish. Okay, you have vowel here, so you need to use the Irish. Number 1. How long do you have? How long have you been having? How long have you had this toothache? So in this case, we are talking about a state. So this is a state. This is not like a process, active process. This is just a state. And if you are talking about the state, it's better not to use present perfect continuous. It's better to use present perfect because you are talking about the state that has been going on for some time. How long have you had this toothache? So this is the perfect option to use. How long have you had this toothache? You are talking about the state. So the continuous state. Your tooth is in pain and there is a period of time. So you are talking about the state. If you are talking about action, like something that's been going on, you can use present perfect continuous. How long have you been playing tennis, for example? But in this case, we have a state verb, have. The next one, my grandparents have an or a old lovely little old lovely cottage in the country. So in this case you have to remember the position of adjectives. You have a noun and the noun is cottage, and before this noun you can use adjectives, but you have a special order when you can use the adjective. So the order is like this: opinion, size, age, shape, temperature, color, material, and purpose. You have to remember this, but it's quite difficult actually. So opinion, size, age, shape, temperature, color, material, purpose, plus noun. So my grandparents have, and in this case you are talking about opinion, lovely, little, so opinion, lovely, the size is here little, and age here, lovely little old cottage. Have a lovely little old cottage. If you are going to be considering a old lovely little, so first you are talking about age, but the age shouldn't be first if you have lovely and little. So you need to put opinion first and then size, little, and then age. The same with C, you can't use it that way. Opinion, size, age, shape, temperature, color, material, purpose, plus noun. Number 3, how many miles per week? How many miles have you been running? You are running. You've been running per week. Okay, in this case we have to understand if we have subject question or we have an object question. We have the subject in the sentence. The subject is you. So how many miles? Then we need to use the auxiliary verb. How many miles have you been running? Or you've been running, you are running. No, it's going to be A. How many miles have you been running? In this case, you have to use the auxiliary verb have before the subject. How many miles have you been running? You are running, you've been running is not good. You've been running is not good because it's not a subject question. Since you have the subject of the sentence is you. So you can't choose option C. Number 4, I think the government needs to do more to help the poverty. In this sentence, we are talking about substantivized nouns. So what that means? Substantivized nouns, they are adjectives, like for example poor, rich, unemployed, for example dead, etc. And when we add the definite article there, we are going to have the poor, the rich, the unemployed, the dead. And this adjective becomes a noun. So the poor, it's like a category of people, бедные. The rich, it's a category of people, богатые. The unemployed, it's a category of people. The dead, it's a category of people. You see? So here, by adding the definite article there to the adjective, we have a noun. But it only works if you are talking about some type of verb of words, like poor, the poor, rich, the rich. We're talking about categories of people. If you are going to say the bankers, it's not going to be possible to say that way, because bankers, it's a noun, it's not an adjective. So the bankers doesn't work like this. Let me put it here for you, the bankers. The bankers. So banker is a noun, it's not an adjective, so it's not the case. It's not like this. It's another rule. So I think the government needs to do more to help the poor. The poor, it's a category of people, the poor, and a substantivized adjective. Number 5, a Taiwanese girl joined my English class this week. In this case, I have to use C, a Taiwanese girl. Why? Because I have a noun girl, and I have to use the indefinite article with this noun girl. And what kind of girl? A Taiwanese girl. So it's like just an adjective here. So it's easy to put article, then adjective, then a noun. And this article, it refers to the noun girl. A Taiwanese girl. A Taiwanese girl. I can't say a Taiwanese. A Taiwanese joined. Okay, it makes no sense in this case. And Taiwanese girl, no, I need an article here. Number 6. Oh no! There's blood on that player's shirt. He has himself. We are talking about reciprocal pronouns when you do some action on yourself. Oh no, there's blood on that player's shirt. He has cut himself. He has cut himself. We have the result. So we are going to use present perfect. He has cut himself. I can see the outcome of the action. I can see the blood on his shirt. So he had cut himself. If we are going to say he has been cutting, we are talking about the action. It's like he has started cutting and he has been cutting. It makes no sense because it was an accident, and the person is not a kind of an idiot that started cutting himself and has been cutting for a period of time. So it's going to be present perfect, simple present perfect. Number 7, Harry's got a blue new fantastic. Again, so let me grab and pull it down here, drag it here. Harry's got a blue new fantastic sports car. Harry's got a fantastic new blue sports car. Harry's got a new blue fantastic sports car. We have a noun, and the noun is sports car. Sports car. And before this noun, we have to use 3 adjectives. Which adjective is going to be the first? The first should be opinion, then size, age, shape, temperature, color, material, purpose. Do we have an opinion? Fantastic. Blue, new. New, it's age. Fantastic. It's an opinion because for somebody, his sports car can be fantastic, but for somebody, his sports car is not fantastic at all. And blue, it's just the color. So color comes here. here comes the color. So the first thing is fantastic. So I'm sure this is going to be the correct option here, because opinion is the first opinion. Then I need to check. After opinion we have new, and new it's age. Opinion, we don't have size, we have age and color. So we have opinion, age and color. Fantastic new blue. Fantastic new blue car. So don't worry if you don't get this, because this one, which is very tricky, and you need it only to do your tests, your English tests correctly, okay? If you want to do all the English tests in a good way, so you need to know this. But in your normal speech, whenever you say this, I really doubt that you are going to put 3 adjectives together. Even if you do, try to use your gut, try to use your imagination, intuition, your hunch. Maybe your hunch could lead you. Your intuition can lead you, and you are going to make the correct sentence. But don't worry about this if you can't get it right. Number 8. How long? So we are talking about the period of time. So oftentimes, whenever we are talking about the period of time, we have to use present perfect continuous. But let's have a look here. How long do you work in this hospital? How long you have been working in this hospital? How long have you been working in this hospital? So this is a question. Do you work? It's present simple question. I can't use it here because I am talking about the period of time, and the only possible option is to be using present perfect or present perfect continuous. So here we have present perfect continuous, and we have before the subject. So you put the auxiliary verb in questions before the subject. How long have you, and the verb, been working in this hospital? How long have you been working in this hospital? Number 9. How many times? Once, twice, 3 times. How many times to the coast this year? Okay, coast, it's the part of the land that borders the sea. So this is the coast where you can see the beach, etc. So how many times have you been to the coast this year? Did you go to the coast this year? Have you been going to the coast this year? Remember this case. There is one case when we are using present perfect. So the case tells that you can use present perfect if you are talking about the amount of times, the number of times you did something. For example, I have watched Terminator 2 5 times. Okay, you are talking the amount of times you've done something. So with this, use present perfect. Present perfect. I have been to Japan 5 times. Present perfect, because you are talking about the amount of times you visited Japan. I have read 3 books this month. I have read 3 books this month. You are talking about the amount of times again. So it's going to be have you been. Have you been? I can't use ing here. Have you been? Yeah, because be, it's a state. It's not the active verb. So how long? How many times have you been to the coast this year? It's going to be A. Number 10. All Mexicans in my class were really friendly. So it's just like in the example that I told you before. I always found the Irish to be very friendly. So in this case, we're talking about the Mexicans. All the Mexicans, if you are saying Mexican people, you don't have to use the article there. Just all Mexican people, blah, blah, blah. But if you refer to the nation without saying the noun, all the Mexicans, all the Ukrainians, you don't have to say people here, but you have to use the definite article there. All the Mexicans in my class were really friendly. Number 11. We've lived, present perfect, we've lived in this area. I was 6 years old. So in this case, we have present perfect, and we have the words that could be used with present perfect. If we want to say from, yeah, you could say from the day I was born, something like this. But from I was 6 years old, I can't say like this with from. You can say since I was 6 years old. Since is used whenever you are talking about a point in time. So since this moment, since, let's say it's 1991. So I've lived in Ukraine since 1991. I've lived in London since 1991. Okay, so since it's starting from a point in time up to now, present perfect. For, we're talking about a period of time. For example, in this case, if I'm talking about 1991, that means that I've lived in Ukraine, let's say, for 34 years up to now, and I'm still living in Ukraine, and I'm still living. So I use present perfect, and I use for here if I'm talking about a period of time for 34 years, but since 1991. It's like since the point in time, 1991, it's like the point in time. So let's put it here, since. Number 12, a Pole. The Polish have a reputation for being hardworking people. So the Poles, because we are talking about about nation. Yeah, so the Poles have a reputation for being hardworking people. You look exhausted. And the answer is, that's because all day, I have food poisoning. I have food poisoning. You look exhausted. Why? That's because, and you have a period of time during which there was a process going on. So a period of time plus the process, the action. So it's going to be present perfect continuous. I've been vomiting all day. I've been throwing up all day. I have food poisoning. Number 14. I think the green lawn cotton dress suits you best. Lawn green cotton, cotton lawn green. Again, I have to use this prompt to get the correct answer. So the first, opinion, size, age. Green, it's color. Color is somewhere at the end, so it's not going to be here. Green. Lawn, it's size. Opinion, size. So here we have lawn size. It could be. And cotton, this is the material. Material is at the end. So the correct answer would be B. We have lawn first, green, color next, and cotton material after color. Yeah, it makes sense. Opinion, size. We have size. We have color. And we have material. Material. So B. I think the lawn cotton, sorry. I think the lawn green cotton dress suits you best. Good. Okay, guys, if you are watching this video and you really like it, give me the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel in order to get more videos. Thank you very much. Let's get going. Number 15. Do you need some painkillers? No, thanks. I've already taken some. I've already been taken. I've been already taken. So I have already done something. It's going to be A. I've already taken. I've already taken. So we use already with perfect tense. I've already taken some. Why some? Because I'm talking about painkillers, so I just changed the word some painkillers to simply some. The cot yet. Have you been cleaning the cot yet? Have you cleaned the cot yet? Did you clean the cot? Cot, it's like порез. So there was like, you cut yourself and there is a cut, like a wound, and you are bleeding, and you need to cut your, you need to clean your wound, you need to clean your cut, not in order not to get any infection. So have you cleaned the cut yet? It's not going to be present perfect continuous because we are not having any action here. We have the result, and we have a prompt. Whenever we use yet, it's the indicator of present perfect. So have you cleaned the cut yet? It's going to be B. Now number 17. Could I have the ones green, please? Could I have the green, please? Could I have the green ones, please? Okay. So in this case, ones here, but actually you have to use C, the green ones, the green ones, because you have the adjective here, the green, and after the adjective you need to use a noun, the green peas, for example, or the green trainers. I'm at the shop and I'm looking for some trainers. Could I have the green ones? Could I have the green trainers? So we don't want to repeat this word trainers, so we can use ones. In this case, I'm not sure what I'm repeating or not repeating, because I don't have the whole context. So I just use the green ones, no context here. Could I have the green ones, please? Number 18. Breaking my leg is the worst injury in my life, yeah? So I've ever had. This is going to be present perfect. Why? Because this is your experience. Whenever you're talking your experience, you use present perfect. I've never been to London. It's your experience. I have been to New York. It's your experience. Okay? I have read this book. It's your experience. Something that you did in your life is your experience. You are still alive, so you use present perfect. I can't say about experience whenever I'm talking about a dead person. For example, William Shakespeare wrote 400 plays. Not 440 plays, I'm sorry. I think he couldn't have written so many plays. Probably not. Around 40 plays. So he wrote around 40 plays, I can say like that. And in this case, I mean that he is dead and he's not going to write anything else. But if the person is still alive, I use present perfect all the time whenever I'm talking about the experience. Number 19. Elderly, the old peoples, the elderly are going to become increasingly large section of society. I'm talking about people, so it's going to be the elderly. It's just the same that I explained here. You're talking about categories of people, so you have adjective here, like poor, adjective, rich adjective, elderly adjective, and to some adjectives like that, you could add the, and then you get the word, a noun that represents the category of people. The elderly are going to become an increasingly large section of society. Number 20. I'd love to learn more about the Japanese, the Japan's people. Their culture seems so interesting. So this is quite tricky. Do you remember we started our lesson with the word the Irish? And I told you that I have to use the Irish whenever I'm talking about nationalities, the Irish. And we also had the Mexicans, because we are talking about nationality. And we also had the Poles, because we are talking about the nationality. But whenever we add the word people, so in these cases we have like adjectives, Poles, Mexicans, something like this, the Mexicans, the Irish. So it's not adjective technically, but you are referring to the people, like it was here, the poor, the rich, the Mexicans, the Ukrainians, the British, the Americans, something like this, yeah? But if you add the word people here, if you add a noun, so you use Japanese, you don't use that Japanese. I'd love to learn more about Japanese people. Their culture seems so interesting. So we're going to use it here, Japanese people. Okay, here we're going to deal with vocabulary. Ouch! I've burnt myself. I accidentally touched that hot saucepan. Saucepan, it's like a pot where you cook something. A soup, borscht maybe, just your dishes, stew, could be stew, and it's called saucepan. Ouch, I burnt myself. So burnt is the verb 3. You have has plus past participle, which is verb 3. I burnt myself. Alex gets seriously ill if she eats peanuts because she has an allergic to them. She has an allergic attack, condition, reaction. So the correct word here is the allergic reaction. Okay, we could say that Alex is allergic to peanuts. Alex is allergic to peanuts. Let me type it in. Alex is allergic to peanuts. But it's also possible to say she has an allergic reaction to them. My youngest son keeps having to go to the toilet. He's got a rash, diarrhea, a blister. So if you keep going to the toilet, you are probably having a diarrhea or something. It's called diarrhea. Okay, a rash, it's the red spots on your body, and a blister, it's when you burnt yourself, you could see like a bump on your skin, and inside that bump there is some kind of liquid, so a blister or something like that. Okay, I can find the picture for blister, I guess. In Russian it's valdyr, a blister. Okay, I'm not going to post you a picture here because it's not really a beautiful picture. Number 3, you should cover your mouth and be careful, because you are talking mouth where you have your teeth there. But if you are talking about a cat and a mouse, so mouse like this and mouth like this, you should cover your mouth when you sneeze, swallow, vomit, to stop any illnesses spreading. So achoo, it's sneeze, and the correct option is sneeze. Number 4, Jack cut his foot badly on some broken glass and had to have 5 injections, stitches, wounds. So if he had a terrible cut, and so his skin is cut, so he needs stitches. He has got a wound and he needs stitches. Stitches, like you stitch. This is a cut and you stitch it, and you close the wound. Injections is like jabs. You go and have an injection. Some people like having flu injections, things like that. Number 5, I suddenly felt dizzy, was unconscious, had a blister, and then I fainted. Fainted means passed out. I lost consciousness, so I felt dizzy. I felt dizzy when I got weak. My head got weak and I fell down. So I suddenly felt dizzy. It's going to be A. I hate bandages, injections, syringes, but I need to have some before I go traveling in Asia. So I'm going to go traveling in Asia, and there might be some diseases that I didn't experience in my life. So I have to be very careful, and I need to have some injections. Yeah, some jabs, injections. Bandages, they are like tissue that you cover your body, which has got a wound. Yeah. And syringes, they are things with needles. You stick a needle, a syringe, and give an injection. Number 7, I've got an earache, a headache, a sore throat. It really hurts when I speak. So throat, it's on your neck. Yeah. So if your throat is sore, you can't speak in a normal way. Yeah, sore throat. Number 8, a woman in the restaurants swallowing, choking, vomiting on a fish bone. Can you help? A woman in the restaurants. Okay, apostrophe s here. It's is. A woman in the restaurant is swallowing, choking. Choking is like you can't breathe because the food stuck in your pathway, where in one of your guts. So she's choking. A woman in the restaurant's choking on a fish bone. So there is a fish bone in her throat. So she's not vomiting and she's not swallowing. Swallowing is like you are drinking water and you are gulping. Swallowing, you swallow. Yeah, but in this case you are choking. You are choking. If there is a fish outside the water, the fish is choking. She's trying, or it is trying to get some, or he's trying, the fish, I don't know, trying to get some air, and it's choking. Number 9, My head aches, vomits, bleeds if I spend too long staring at a computer screen. So I'm talking about my head, and my head can't vomit, my head can't bleed, my head can ache. So ache, it's like I feel pain in my head. My head hurts, aches. I have a headache. Head aches. I have a headache. Number 10. It was difficult to walk when I bandaged, swollen, sprained my ankle, but luckily it got better quickly. So sprained my ankle, always swollen. It's like the effect of your sprained ankle. When your ankle is swollen, you have a huge mass on your ankle. It's like big. It's like after the bee stings you, you have a like bump, like lots of skin on your body. So the swollen ankle is the same situation. Bandage, it's covered in bandage, it's not that one, so it's sprained. I went down with flu last month. So to go down with something, it means falling ill with some illness. I was feeling so sick that I had to lie up, down, over. So I was working, I was walking, just I did something, and I was feeling so sick that I had to lie down. I need to go to bed and lie down. Lie up, lie over doesn't make any sense here. Number 12. I was very ill with flu, and it took a couple of weeks to get to get over it. So if you are having some troubles, some problems, so fingers crossed you will get over your problems. To get over something means to deal with your problems and be victorious after your problems. So get over illness, get over something means to survive and keep going. Number 13. The footballer was unconscious for a few minutes, and then he slowly came around. So this is not intuitive at all. So the footballer was unconscious, and then he slowly came around. So he came around means that he regained his consciousness. He wasn't awake, and then he woke up. He came to mind. He was awake. He came around. He gained consciousness. Number 14. I felt very old and lightheaded. I'm gonna fall. I'm lightheaded. I felt very old and lightheaded, and then I passed out. So passed out, you lost consciousness. So it's going to be passed out. I passed out. The next one. The seafood Emma ate wasn't cooked properly, so she threw during the night. Threw up, threw out, threw down. So we are not talking about the food. We are talking about Emma. Emma ate something, and the food that she ate wasn't cooked properly, so she threw up. She vomited. To throw up means to vomit. The next one. I don't like patterned shirts. I prefer plain clothes. Plain clothes, it's without any patterns. Patterned shirt, it's you have a shirt and it's covered in some pictures, like in flowers, for example. So let me show you the patterned shirt. So it has a pattern. It has some print on it. So it's like this. So this is a patterned shirt. You could say a blouse patterned. But I don't like patterned shirts. I prefer plain without anything, just blue, black clothes without any prints, without any patterns. Number 16. These boots aren't made of real. That's why they are so cheap. We're talking about the boots. So boots can be made of cotton. No, probably not. Just the majority of boots aren't made of cotton. They're made of leather. So these boots aren't made of real leather. Leather, it's like a skin of an animal. It's called leather. Leather. Number 17. These jeans are falling down. They are much too loose, plain, smart. Okay, so they're falling down. Why? Because they are too wide, and they're too wide because maybe you are not wearing a belt or something, so they are too loose. They are too big. You have tight and loose. Tight and loose, so they are too loose, too big for you. Number 18. not tight enough, I mean. Are you going to wear up, dress over for dinner tonight? So to dress up, yeah, it's going to be dress up. It means to wear good clothes, to wear fancy clothes, to wear beautiful clothes. Just you are going to have to be going to dinner and you want to present yourself in a very good clothes, in really good clothes. Clothes is uncountable now, plural, sorry. Clothes is plural, so you can't say a clothes, just you want to present yourself. Okay, number 19. You should definitely buy that red dress. It really matches your belt, matches your eyes, something like this. Goes with you, suits you. No, suits you. It fits you, it suits you, but goes with your something, goes with your skirt or shirt or hat. Rory's so old-fashioned, stylish, scruffy. Scruffy, it means like you don't care about your clothes. Your clothes is not very good looking. It might have holes in it, and it could be dirty. So this is scruffy. Rory's so old-fashioned, stylish, scruffy. He always dresses really well. So not old-fashioned, definitely not old-fashioned. Stylish. If you dress really well, it's stylish. So it was easy here. Now pronunciation. We have denim, striped, lycra. So striped lycra. So you have this I, and here denim. It's a. Now number 1 here. Loose, flew, cut. So of course cut because you have letter a. Cut. Number 2, press, injection, pressure. So it's going to be press. Lace, это шнурки, lace, leather, suede. All right, so it's not suede, I'm sorry, suede. Yeah, suede. Let's double check. Sorry, I'll double check.
Suede.
Yeah, it's suede.
Suede.
Soft leather with slight rough surface.
Suede shoes.
Suede shoes. Okay, zamsha. Suede. Zamsha. Suede means zamsha. Lace, leather, suede. So it's going to be B, leather. Suede, lace, leather. Injury, cough, allergic. Injury, cough, allergic. So of course it's cough. We have a different word here. Cough. Yeah. Pinch, щепотка. Headache. Pinch это ущипнуть. Headache. Choking. Okay, so it's going to be pinch because headache. Choking. All right, and the last activity for today. Infection. So this syllable is stressed, not infection, infection. Old-fashioned. A. Old-fashioned. Number 7, unconscious. So it's going to be B, unconscious. Injuries. C is the correct option. Injuries. Cardigan. It's going to be a cardigan. Emergency. Emergency. I don't know how to read it. It's not correct. Emergency. It should be emergency. The second syllable should be stressed. Okay. Yeah, cool. So that's it for today. Please, if you like that video, give your thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. See you next time. Write a comment and have a good day. Goodbye.